Hi, everybody. This is Mike Gerdes from the Greater Philadelphia Center for Spiritual Living. Hey, I want to talk to you today about divine filters. Divine filters? Yeah. Those are those ideas that we put into consciousness to keep us from saying the things we shouldn't be saying when we shouldn't be saying them. They also are those things that keep us from paying attention to stuff that is not worth paying attention to. They also keep us from listening to stuff that is just not worth listening to. Now today I don't know about you, but I recognize there's a lot of discordance out there in the public. There's a lot of discordance you might hear in the news, you might read in periodicals. And what's important, I think, is that we keep in mind that right where we are, we can be at peace. Right where we are, we can know that we are guided and directed to the next best idea, the next best step, the next best action for us to take. There's a lot of things that we're going to be moving forward in. We're going to be electing new electing new administration pretty soon, and people in Congress and the Senate. There's interesting to see how that might change. And there's going to be a solution hopefully coming for the COVID virus sometime. But in the meantime, what we need to do is do the right thing. Now, doing the right things means knowing the truth, first of all, about ourselves. Right where we are, there's a presence and a power. That presence, that power is God life, expressing by means of you, expressing by means of me. And that means that there's God mind, expressing by means of you, expressing by means of me. The mind that you think with is God mind. Yeah, pretty far out, isn't it? And what we have the opportunity to do, should we choose to use it, and we're using it whether we recognize it or not, is work with the law. Work with the law of mind so that we know that we're guided and directed along pathways of right thinking. That we make sure that ideas that do not serve us, that do not express our greater idea of love or life, don't stick to us. That they just fall off, like rain off a duck's back. You know, if you allow yourself to get attached to everything you hear, it's very uncomfortable, and we don't need to. There's a lot of stuff that goes on. There's a lot of stuff we hear. There's a lot of stuff that you see that's just not worth paying attention to. That's why it's nice to have that divine filter. And you can do prayer treatment. You can basically affirm that nothing other than a perfect expression of God life, God love, nothing except the perfect expression of truth comes into your awareness. This is really a good life. And moving forward in the next few months, everything's going to be just fine. The election's going to turn out wonderful. There are going to be solutions to the COVID virus. And we're going to be mindful along the way so that we make the right decisions, we make smart decisions, and we stay healthy. But the key to staying healthy is to stay right-minded. So use your divine filter. Focus on the true. Focus on the just. Focus on that of worthy report. Think on these things. Allow the mind that was in Christ Jesus to be in you. God mind. That's your mind right now. That's my mind right now. Which means we don't need to put up with any stinking thinking. Because to do so dishonors God and dishonors ourselves. So let's look for the good in every opportunity. Let's look for the good in everything. And let's know that it's coming forth through us, as us, and as part of our new experience that comes forth. Yeah. Life is good. Well, that's all I want to talk about today. I would suggest that you check in tomorrow to hear Dr. Maxine share a wonderful love note. And then on Sunday, she has her live stream message. It's going to be wonderful. That's at 10:30. You can see that by going to cslphilly.org and check on the little link that says Sunday morning access link. By the way, if you do that too, you'll also see a whole list of previous archived messages that you can go through and see her other talks and hear other love notes. You'll also see areas of upcoming classes that are happening and ongoing classes that are happening right now. And also there's an opportunity for you to make a contribution, which we gratefully accept whenever you have an opportunity to do that. Recognize it is well invested money. That's all I've got for you today. I appreciate you tuning in. Remember, wherever you go, you got a divine filter going with you, and so it is.